Hey, hello and welcome to PrimeCode Media. My name is Sana Mapena. With this video, I am introducing you to our brand new CSS for Beginners series. CSS is short for Cascading Style Sheets. While HTML, which was the focus of our previous series, is concerned with content and structure of web pages, CSS, on the other hand, has more to do with the presentation aspect of web pages. What this means is that CSS is concerned with how web pages look. Now, a bit of background history of CSS before we move ahead. The development of CSS is credited to Norwegian web pioneer Hakum Lee, who first proposed CSS in 1994. At the time, Lee was working at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and interestingly, he was working with HTML inventor Sir Tim Berners-Lee. The first version of CSS was released 2 years later in 1996. For more on the history of CSS, you can check Wikipedia. The article has links to many other sources of information on CSS. And one of the articles that I found summarizes the history of CSS quite nicely is this one on simplecss.eu. There are lots of other sources of information on CSS online that you can also check out. Now, what makes CSS so special? My short answer to this question is a lot. I think a look at how some of the most popular websites looked before the introduction of CSS will provide enough proof of how special this style sheet language is. Take, for example, a look at this website of CSS, of CNN, I beg your pardon. This is how the website looked like in 1996. Now, I'm going to inspect this page. I just want to show you something, especially with regards to how they designed this layout. I'm going to right click on this page and go inspect. Now, when we inspect this page, what you find is that to design this layout, they used tables. Remember, we discussed the tables as during one of our previous episodes in our HTML for Beginners series. They used HTML tables. As you can see, here's the table here, the T body, the TR for table row. You remember the TD for the table data. If you expand this, you'll find this content in here, the paragraphs. So they use the tables to design the layout. So CSS, one of the advantages of using CSS is that you don't need to use tables, because you have to write a lot of code just to design a simple layout like this. So one of the advantages of using CSS is that you don't need so much code to design a simple layout like this, as you will find out in one of our episodes. And now let's just do comparisons and check their current website. This is the CNN website right now. This is how it looks. So it looks much better than how it looked back in 1996. Another one that we can also check out is that of Netscape. Here's how Netscape website looked like before CSS. This is just pure HTML, no styling at all, nothing. This is just pure HTML. Now let's look at how their current website looks like. Much better. It looks much better than how it looked. Now, these are just two examples of the impact that CSS has had on websites. So the advantages of using CSS are what makes it so special, and they include consistency in design. They also include you have a lot of formatting options. There are no limits. There's a lot that you can do when it comes to formatting options. Lightweight in code. This takes us back to what we were just discussing right now about using tables to design layouts, for example. So you need to write lots of lines of code just to design a a layout. With CSS, you just, you can create a layout with just few lines of code, and this is just one of those examples. Lightweight of code, increase the download speed. Slow download speeds are frustrating. I think we will agree with that. And search engine optimization is also very important, because CSS assists or in terms of the performance of your website with search engines. So these are some of the advantages of CSS we are going to explore in this series. To start things off, in our next episode, we will discuss inline CSS. To find out what inline CSS is, please make sure you don't miss out on our next episode. Please also make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.